Is a cinema movie of a West End production better than watching it live? Many would argue for the old-fashioned way of seeing the story being told live in front of a rapt audience. Others would prefer the laid-back, easy-to-watch recordings. The Prince of Egypt had a brief run before the theatre industry shut down in 2020. However, it was captured on film and premiered in October in UK cinemas. Today, I will be reviewing the experience of the cinema recording of the Prince of Egypt West End production. As a big fan of musicals, I was extremely excited to hear that the Prince of Egypt the musical was going to be showing at the big screen. I made a mental note to myself not to miss the opening night, especially as I was unable to watch the live performance at West End. I remember first seeing the trailer in 2019 of a remake of the DreamWorks animation, The Prince of Egypt. The trailer was amazing to say the least. I had previously seen the animated version of the movie, which I considered a beauty. The songs and music were phenomenal. The title song, When You Believe, was a standout. Characteristically, one of my tips of picking a good musical is looking out for film adaptations. I've got a video on that. So in true fashion, the Prince of Egypt ticked the box for me. Personally, I would have loved to be at the opening night at West End on the 25th of February 2020. But we all know how that went with COVID looming around, everyone was on lockdown and production was altered. Despite the fact that production resumed on 1st July 2021, I was still unfortunately unable to watch it before it ended on the 8th of January 2022. Fast forward to 2023, and you can imagine my surprise when I heard the live recording will be showing from 19th of October at the cinemas. Now, on to my review. I would start first by talking about the duration. Typically, musicals, especially film adaptations, can be very long. We are talking range of 2 to 3 hours plus, and this also takes into consideration the 20 to 30 minutes interlude. Prince of Egypt lasted about 2 hours 45 minutes, which is quite long. Interestingly, the 15 minutes interlude which you get from the theatre performance was included during the movie, which meant that after Act 1, the lights were essentially turned on for 15 minutes. As this was a movie, this felt a bit weird. I personally didn't think the interlude was necessary, but whilst I appreciate the necessity of an interlude for a theatre performance, the time addition here really wasn't necessary. I was going to be very content with just watching the movie and returning home. Now, about the production itself. There might be different viewpoints here, but I sincerely felt it was overproduced. I mean this in the sense that, when you're watching a live performance and you get all the feels, the rapt attention, when a story is unfolding live, the power in the storytelling, the mental atmosphere. I didn't feel that with the movie. It was essentially a flat feeling that lacked the build-up and anticipation with live storytelling and that sense of community with the audience and the actors. Yes, despite the effort that went towards the filming, I do acknowledge that, but it was not the same. There was some costume and makeup changes during the movie, but neither carried the excitement you get from the anticipation at the live cinema. In fact, it made it quite obvious that more than one recording was produced, and the movie was as a result of several cutting and chopping with strong attempts at sequencing. An example of what not to like with the production for me can be seen in Act 1, when the Egyptian soldiers were whipping the Hebrew slaves and singing, "Deliver us!" The song "Deliver Us" in itself is a classic, which holds up, however, the rendition is. With the movie, I didn't feel that scene as much as I would have expected. Perhaps this has something to do with the sound quality, or maybe just not loud enough. This is usually not the case when you are watching it live. With a live performance, you get to feel it as if you are the one being whipped. I've come to a personal conclusion that there is no gadget on earth, even cutting-edge technology, at your local cinema that can replicate the sound and atmosphere of a live performance, period. In addition, and regarding what I can call value for your money, this is a bit tricky. Essentially, the cost of seeing a movie at the cinema will fall within the range of 10 to 15 pounds in comparison to a theatre performance that can fall anywhere from 30 pounds range and above, depending on the seat choices and other preferences. I would expect this to stay true for the movie production. My ticket cost 19 pounds. You can see where I'm going with this. Personally, I would have expected the price to be lower, as it is in the end only a theatre recording after all. I've seen several theatre performances multiple times at West End, but I doubt I'll be rewatching this recording at the cinema. Now to the parts I love so much about The Prince of Egypt. Firstly, and without an atom of hesitation, is the music. If you know Stephen Schwartz, you know he's a genius at writing incredible songs. The songs were what attracted me to the musical in the first place. When You Believe is such an incredible song with so much emotion to it. It's no surprise it won the Oscars for Best Original Song in 1999. Adding the Hebrew verse was the icing on the cake, pure perfection. Deliver Us didn't disappoint as well. It was a thing of beauty. Another song I liked so much was One Weak Link. The song was perfect for the scene. It was played after Seti berated Ramsey for being irresponsible. Secondly, the costumes. I loved the costumes. It was giving both modern and oldies vibes. For me, it was perfect for the musical. I appreciated the fact that they revamped the costumes, which featured pieces by Holdward. She's renowned for her costume design in Broadway and off-Broadway, theatre, ballet, and opera. Thirdly, for me, was the standout actors. The acting was another plus for me. All actors brought their A game. I particularly enjoyed scenes with Zephora, played by Christine Aulado, Ramses, played by Liam Tim, Seti and Quintuya, played by Joe Dixon and Debbie Kurup, Moses, played by Luke Brady, also gave an outstanding performance. Overall, all actors came prepared. I also think it is important to give the ensemble cast their flowers. The dance choreography was well thought out, just right and perfect for the scenes. Personally, I'll rate it 3.5 over 5, all things being considered. If Steven or DreamWorks want my recommendation, I would suggest that the recording, rather than being shown at the cinemas, was released on streaming networks such as Netflix, Disney+, Apple TV, and the like, similar to Amutin on Disney+, which is still available for live viewing at West End. I would still like to watch The Prince of Egypt, the musical, live, and hoping there is a UK tour still in the works. A girl can only dream. But in line with the theme, there can be miracles when you believe. So yes, to open. I've come to the end of my review. Did you get to watch it at the West End or at the cinemas? What do you think? Do you agree with my review or have additional comments? Let me know in the comment section. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow my channel. Also, give this video a thumbs up. I'll leave you with this. There can be miracles when you believe. Though hope is frail, it's hard to kill. Until next time, the show must go on. Bye.